Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gwen, and if you are new, welcome. Please consider subscribing if you like this type of content. I would love to have you join my YouTube family. This DIY I have to share with you is a super easy DIY, easy transformation of these Dollar Tree plastic mirrors that they had out. I'm sure they still have them in the stores, but I've had mine for quite some time and they just sort of laid around, so it's time to do something with them. I decided I was going to paint them and make them more of a wall art situation instead of using them as a mirror or mirrors. I first took the color Prom Queen and the DIY chalk paint, and I gave these a good couple coats. Now this is plastic, so it does take a good couple coats to cover up that plastic underneath. It is a slippery surface, and as I showed you in the beginning, I am using some rub-on transfers. Those are by Redesign. The next thing I did after the paint was dry was I decided to use some white wax. I wanted this to have sort of like an aged feel to it, but I didn't want to just keep it like this white wax color. I wanted to also add some dark wax to it, and you will see here that I did end up using some black wax, also by DIY Paint. Here it is. And all you do with the wax is pretty much liberally apply it using a brush, or you can use your fingers too if you'd like, but I use a brush. And I made sure to get into all the grooves because that is where the wax will sit, and it has like, it really gives it that nice finish when the white wax gets stuck in between the crevices. I really love that look. And once you apply the white wax in, you'll have to use like a dry paper towel to wipe back all of the wax, leaving just like a little bit of the wax onto your surface. And then I went over it with some of that black wax, and then just was really careful in applying it, making sure not to go heavy-handed, and then I just wiped that back as well. So what I did with the middle section where the mirror was is I painted it in a chalk paint color called Ivory by Waverly, and I did have to give that a good couple coats. This is a mirror after all. And I will seal this whole thing using some DIY Big Top because I didn't want to really risk the paint chipping off, and it was already chipping off as I was doing this DIY because, like I said, this is a slippery surface, so everything tends to rub off easily, like the paint rubs off easily, so it's really important to apply a top coat. I decided to use this sort of like a Parisian design rub-on transfer by Redesign. I think it's really pretty and perfect for like everyday decor if you like French country, French farmhouse, or just like a French Parisian style. This is perfect, and I really love that blue color, perfect for spring and just every day if you're decorating with blue in your home. I did pick this design with the bumblebee and like the laurel like around it, super pretty. And to give it a little more accent, I took some unfinished wood beads and just hot glue that all around the inner circle of that mirror. I think it adds a nice dimension and an extra added, design to this wall decor or wall art. I think it really takes it up a notch and really enhances the look of it. So after that was done, I pretty much repeated the same exact steps to the remaining two mirrors, and I will not bore you with showing every little step I did for the rest of the mirrors because they are essentially the same thing. I'm just going to go through this really quickly, just giving you a glimpse at what I did, but I'm not going to go through every step because everything is the same. The only difference in these three wall art that I did was the rub-on transfer design that I chose. I wanted them to all have different designs. Obviously, I don't want all of them to be the same. So I just chose three designs I liked from the rub-on transfers. And I think this project came together very nicely. I really love it. I had a different vision initially in terms of like the center part, that mirror. I was going to cover it with some drop cloth, and I had the circles cut out and everything. However, I had a little bit of some issue with the rub-on transfer transferring onto the fabric. I'm not quite sure if it's because it just is not suitable to rub on or transfer over to a fabric. I know with the IOD brand, I think I've seen people transfer them onto like canvas and drop cloth and things of that nature. But I did try this with this drop cloth, and it was a struggle to say the least. So I decided to just nix that whole idea and just move on to plan B. And that is when I decided to just paint over the mirror in this ivory chalk paint, which ended up turning out nicely anyways. And then just hot gluing the beads all around. Now the other two mirrors, as you can see here, I did have like two contrasting colored beads. That's because I ran out of the unfinished beads and the size I needed, so I just had to improvise. I already had these painted like white or I forget, plaster, maybe plaster color, and those are left over from old project, so I had to use what I had, and that was fine. It all came out good. I really loved the look, and as I mentioned in the beginning, I did top coat the entire thing using Big Top. That about does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and got some ideas of how you can repurpose these Dollar Tree mirrors and totally transform them with the use of some rub-on transfers and some paint. Anything is possible. You just got to use your creativity. I hope you guys like this one. Please follow me for more. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.